So next we'll go over to Canada. Anna? Sorry, Anna. Please a warm welcome for Anna, who has moved back from Canada to... That's okay. If you're,
this is so hard.
Yeah. If you're feeling anxious, have a sip before you talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I allowed?
Yeah. It's encouraged.
Okay. Paul and Shima, thank you very much, and thank you for having us here today. Shima, I definitely can't top your story about feeding chickens, but I do have a boyfriend, and that boyfriend drinks 1 liter of milk a day and 2 kilos of meat. So if your chickens eat that much, right? Then I'm happy to help you instead of helping him. Good evening, everybody. As Paul said, my name is Anna. I'm here from Canada. I was born in Hamilton, Ontario. Both of my parents immigrated to Canada in the late 80s from Slavonia. And I'm shaking. Why am I so nervous?
A little tip. Breathe. Slow down. Seriously, just
Okay.
Yeah. Just simply breathe.
I will. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this going to be cut off of the video?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
We'll have the bloopers edition as well.
Perfect. So since I was 16, I've always wanted to move back to Croatia. I think about all those times when we came as children. Most of those times, again, were spent in Slavonia with my cousins and my family. And, just being with them, seeing that their lives are so beautiful, that they're stress-free. They don't have that pressure put on them to, what we say, make it in life. We could stay out all hours of the night. No one would be worried. No one would be thinking, where are my children? What are they doing? Is it safe for them to be outside? There was no stress and there was very little anxiety. And then I fast forward, 10, 15 years later to my adult life. And there I am commuting 2.5 hours on the highway in one direction to work, sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, 5 days a week, spending all of my time in the car. And at one point I just thought, this is enough. I don't want to be in my car anymore. I don't want to waste my time traveling to work because we have so little time, right? I think that when we're older, we realize what we could have done when we were younger and we had so much time. But we don't have that. And I think that when we are younger, when we're in our early 20s, that we forget about that. And so one day I'm sitting in traffic on the 401, which is one of our biggest highways in Canada. It has 6 lanes in one direction and 6 lanes in the other direction. And I just thought, I can't take this anymore. I don't want to do this. It wasn't the job. I love my job. I'm doing the same job that I was doing in Canada. I'm working for that same company here, which I'm very grateful for. It's all remote work. But it was that. I was, again, 5 hours a day I'm wasting sitting in my car. I don't have time to see my friends. I don't have time to see my family. And when I do, hey, Paul, can we meet up November 15th at 3 o'clock? Are you available at that time? And that was what life was like there. And so one day I sat down and I said, you know what, this is it. I'm going to put the pros and cons down on a piece of paper. And of course, the pros for me outweighed the cons. And that was it. I booked my ticket, I packed my bags, and I was here. Now, that's not to say that it wasn't hard. It was really hard.
What were the biggest challenges when you moved here?
One of my biggest challenges was coming to a city, a small city on the Dalmatian coast called Vodice, where I knew nobody. I had no friends there. I had no family there. I was alone. And so it was kind of going back in time because I was spending so much time alone in Canada. And I thought, okay, what am I doing? I have to get out there. I have to meet new people. I have to make more friends. So that was a challenge. Another challenge was the Croatian bureaucracy system, or what there is of it. which I find is a complete disaster. There are countless times, and I did mention this in my interview, where I would go to Šibenik, I'm trying to open a bank account, or I'm trying to get my osobna, or I'm trying to get some paperwork done. And as they say in Croatia, uvijek jedan papir fali. And of course, every single time I was missing a paper, I was missing a signature or something like that. And then I would drive back to Vodice, and I'm passing the Šibenik Bridge, and I would sit there and I would cry and cry and cry and ask myself, why the hell did I come here? Like, is this what it's going to be like for the rest of my life while I'm in this country? But I was motivated. I was determined to get those things done. And I did. It took a lot of effort, a lot of phone calls, a lot of tears. But I made it, and I got everything done. Again, motivated by the laid-back lifestyle that we have in Croatia compared to the lifestyle that's in Canada, which is go, 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 go all the time. The friendly people, of course. I find that wherever you are in Croatia, it doesn't have to be in Dalmatia, you can be in Zagreb or Zagorje or Slavonia, wherever. Every one of your neighbors is always willing to help you. At least that was my experience. Whereas in Canada, my mother is a widow, and we have 2 feet of snow, and she's there shoveling the snow by herself. And all of my neighbors have a snowblower. No one's coming out and saying, do you need help, or can we help you, or, let's get 2 or 3 of us together and we'll help you. No, that doesn't happen there. But I think that, again, in my personal experience, if that was here, somebody would offer a helping hand, and all of our neighbors would get together and help her do that. Again, here I am. It's been 4 years that I've been living in Croatia, almost 4 years. I love my life. I wouldn't trade it for anything in this world. There's no amount of money that somebody could pay me to leave. There's nothing anybody could say or do that would make me leave here. And like we said, I think it was yesterday that we said, my life has changed now from living to work to working to live. So again, I'm enjoying my time. I have the time to do things. I have the time to meet up with my friends. It's just such a laid-back lifestyle, and I would recommend it to everybody. And people are always saying, well, now is not the right time. It's never going to be the right time. There's not going to be one moment in your life where you say, okay, today is the day where I can do this. There's never going to be that day. You just have to do it now. And that is my advice to anybody. If you're thinking about it, just do it. Take that leap of faith, make that decision, and do it. It'll be the best thing you ever did. And that's it.
I think you deserve that.